And we back. There's an age-old saying that says defense wins championships. Well, in today's video, I'm proving that to be false because I'm trying to win a championship with the worst defensive team in the history of basketball. I want to quickly remind you to leave a like on the channel, subscribe if you are new. Let's get into it when we stop in 3 and 2 and 1. We're running with the Minnesota Timberwolves right now, which is funny because once upon a time, the Minnesota Timberwolves were looked at as one of the worst. Oh, we got the 4th overall pick. As one of the worst defensive organizations out there, but this season, them boys been really defending. So, you know, I'm going back to old times, but I'm gonna get them that championship, at least, hopefully. Okay, so you're probably asking, Kenny, how do you determine what the worst defensive team of all time is? Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rebuild a team, right? I think we're gonna end up with, well, we got Jokic. Okay, that's kind of dope because Jokic, he's not a bad defender, don't get me wrong, but he's known for his firepower in his offense, so that's great. We got a star that doesn't really rely on his defense for his high statistics or his high attributes. So we're going to rebuild a team like we normally do. I'm going to try to put together the highest offensive firepower team of all time. And then once we finally get that team, I want to go over here. I'm going to go to every single statistic. Interior defense lower to 25. Perimeter defense lower to 25. And so on and so forth. Every defensive thing except for rebounding. Because I did a video last season where we found out that if you lower the rebounding on your team, you're going 0-82. So that is the only thing that we're keeping in our defense, and that's defensive rebounding. Everything else we're turning down to the minimum and see if we can win a championship. I'm going to give it a couple years. I will give it a couple years because I don't know if my formula in my head is going to work off rip, but I'm going to try my best. Okay, so let's figure out what we got on our team. I saw that we got Jokic, which is a W. We got Pascal Siakam. We got Keldon Johnson. We got Mo Bamba. We got a very, very, very young team here. And y'all know I like when they give us young teams because that means the best trade assets imaginable. Who is my secondary star that I want to put alongside Jokic? Again, I'm thinking about only offense in this challenge. Only offense. And who is that dude? Okay, so I added a few players to my list. I have Trae Young and Zach LaVine. Trae Young's contract doesn't kick in until next year, so I feel like trading for him won't be that tough. Again, we're living in a world of no untouchables. I got Zach LaVine. He's only got 1 year left on his deal, but Zach LaVine can get you buckets. I've watched him for the past 5 years or so. I haven't many years he's been in Chicago. There's one downside about him is that he doesn't defend great. This season it has been better though. Then I also have Demar Derozan, another player that's not known for his defense, can get you buckets. And then like Tobias Harris at the power forward position. Now we won't be able to get all of these dudes because of contract restrictions. I think we might be able to get Trae Young plus one other one of these dudes, and then we could just build the rotation after that. So let's focus on Trae Young first, playing for the Wizards, and see what they want for him, man. Now the Trae Young deal, I won't be able to throw in Pascal because his contract is too big. But we can throw in like Keldon Johnson. We can throw in Mo Bamba. Financially, we are already looking good. Throw a pick in that's 2.5 stars. I'll even give you one more young player like a James Bouknight, 2.5 star value. And you give us back Kenny Hustle. And then I don't want to give up too many picks because, again, we still got to do our second trade. 3 first-round picks, Trae Young. Okay, no big deal. Let's do this workaround. I already know the workaround. One of the workarounds is trying to get a guy like DeJounte Murray. They originally wanted a first-round pick. They'll give us Kemba, who's still in the 80. They ain't lower Kemba yet. So you know what? I'll give them a top 5 protected pick. Okay, so DeJounte Murray's not a player that we want to keep on this team because he is such a good defender. If we take that away from him, then he's like kind of like a shell of himself. Trae Young makes way more sense. Again, now we also still have Mo Bamba, and I still want to give them like either James Bouknight or Moses Moody. In this case, James Bouknight is more valuable. So it's basically the same trade, but instead DeJounte Murray is at the head of it instead of, who was it, Keldon Johnson at first? Same trades. Come on, give me the trade. Give me the trade. There it is. Very interesting. All right, okay. We keep it going. Trade Finder was like, hey, we'll give you James Harden. I know that James Harden overall is still dropping, but it's James Harden, 91 overall James Harden. I'm not saying I'm going to keep him on the team, but without giving up no picks, it just takes DeJounte Murray and Pascal Siakam. I can get Harden. I'm taking that, at least for now. I mean, I might flip it. I just want to see what James Harden, the first-round pick, can give me. It can get me Dame and Karis LeVert or Joel Embiid. There's Reed. Now, the only one... Oh, there's Trae Young. Is this trade worth it? I'm getting Trae Young for at least 4 seasons. Again, this is a challenge that I think is going to take multiple years, personally. James Harden's only got 1 year plus an option. I'm guessing that he's going to say no to that option, and he's 32 years old, regressing. And Trae Young is still getting better. Is there a world where I can do this trade without giving up a pick? Or a first-round pick, at least? Can I get you the second? I'll willing to throw you 2 seconds. Give me a counter. You know what? Again, I'm thinking multiple years. Does it make sense to get Dame at a 90 or Trae Young at an 89? Who has the better defensive stats? That's what we're going to do. Who has the better defensive stats? I'm guessing that Dame has better perimeter defense, but it won't be by that much, right? B- versus Oh, all right, so we're gonna do the trade deal. So it took us a lot of looping around, but we finally did get Trae Young on the team, and now we can move on to that second trade. The way we got there, I couldn't even predict that. That one was crazy. Trade Finder kind of sucks right now, so I'm gonna go talk to the Warriors about Zach LaVine and do this manually. The only problem is he has another player that's on the last year of his deal. I'm gonna prioritize Demar Derozan because at least I know Demar Derozan is under contract for a few seasons. So Demar Derozan, 89 overall, he continues to go up. Give you Buddy Hield financially, that already makes sense, but they're gonna want more than that because he's really that dude. I'll give you Kemba Walker as well. I don't have that many picks left, so y'all gotta take these 2 first-round picks and call it a day, or don't. That's fine too. I mean, you didn't have to do it. Oh yeah, they bugging. They really out here bugging. Okay. I'm gonna trade for Sabonis. That's the first deal we're gonna do. And then now we're going to use Sabonis as the trade piece to potentially get DeMar. They're not the same overall, but it's close. We got to make about $2 million. I'm willing to give you James Bouknight. Yeah, James Bouknight's got some value. So you give us back Max, and we should be able to have a trade after I throw in 1 first-round pick. Boom. Or 2 first-round picks. Boom. DeMar Derozan looks like he might be untouchable. What the heck? Like, come on, bro. How do I finagle a way to get Trae Young but can't get DeMar? They just really. Oh, I just did a trade with them to get Sabonis. That was they were teammates. Oh my God. So I'll go with my original offer. We get Zach LaVine and give us back a pick. So Zach LaVine is on the team. We'll figure out what we're gonna do once he hit free agency, once we cross that bridge. But right now we have a big offensive 3 of Trae Young, Zach LaVine, and Nikola Jokic. Now, who is our power forward? First of all, let's take a look at our finances because that's another thing that I haven't really been paying it too much attention to. We are $20 million over the cap. Ain't that bad. Ain't that bad at all. We still got like Buddy Hield's contract to trade, if I'm not mistaken, unless he was a part of that last trade. I don't even remember. Okay, Buddy Hield's contract. We still got like Kemba Walker. We got a pick that we just got from the Warriors. There's Chris Middleton, who's a good defender, so you take that away from him, his overall it's gonna drop. Part of me wants to go get Val and run him and Jokic together. And I'm gonna do it. I feel like a challenge like this, when you can't defend, you should maximize your size. I mean, right now, Jonas Valanciunas is the greatest shooter in the entire league, so I gotta capitalize on that, right? So you throw Val in the lineup with Jokic at the 4. Now we get a small forward that we trust to score buckets as well, and then we work on our bench. Let's trade for Tyler Hero, man. Have him come off our bench or maybe start. I don't know. We just trying to get as many bucket getters as we can get. And Tyler Hero's averaging like 20 points per game in real life, so he can definitely get buckets. Jim Vanderbilt, too good of a defensive player to be on this team. We got to trade him away. We don't got that many picks left. We got a ton of seconds in the bank, but no first-round picks after this one. Furkan Korkmaz coming onto the team. We needed somebody to stretch the floor and shoot some threes. Furkan Korkmaz can do that. Derek Favors, I could trade you away because we already got another backup center in Christian Wood, who I don't even know if y'all realize was part of that Valanciunas trade. That was a steal. I'm going to trade for Quickly and Kelly Olynyk. Kelly Olynyk is a big man that can stretch the floor, so he can get you some offense. Let's take a step back and look at what our team looks like, because right now I feel like I'm just doing trades without really thinking about it. Okay, they want to start Tyler Hero at the 2 and then Zach LaVine at the 3. I'm cool with that. We got Jokic, Val. Then we got Christian Wood off the bench, Kelly Olynyk off the bench, Furkan Korkmaz, Emmanuel Quickly, and that's pretty much it at the moment. I still got Kyle Lewis Jr., who I can trade away because he's young. I like our team. Are we a championship team, though? When you take away the defense, I don't really know, but I feel like we're solid at the moment. Is there anybody that I think is not safe? Is Zach LaVine not safe? I'm going to throw Zach LaVine in the trade finder just to see. There's Paul George, where you take his defense away, his overall is going to drop. There's Jason Tatum, who is under contract, but his defense is going to have him drop significantly. I think I have to do this deal, and it's not even about the challenge, it's about the contracts. Because at least I know I'll still have JT here for at least 3 more seasons after this one. I love these videos when they have no untouchables, man. Some star players that you never expect to get traded end up getting traded. Okay, so I think we're almost done here. We got one last first-round pick to flip into anything worth value to us. I don't care what position you play. If you can get buckets, you can get buckets. I hate that he's gonna drop so much, but that looks like an amazing trade. There's D Rose. All of these players, I feel like, hang their hat on the defensive side of the ball. So you know what? We will go with DeJounte Murray. Who cares if his overall drops, right? That's just another good body to have on the team. This point guard position looks amazing. Shooting guard looks good. Small forward, power forward, and center all looks really good. I need you to take a look at this right now. These are our overalls before I start to mess with everything. Actually, we're running a 10-man. This is our overalls. Now, let's see how much they drop and change everything. Defensive consistency, pass perception, help IQ, lateral quickness. Like I said, rebounds gonna stay the same. Blocks, steals, perimeter defense, interior defense, all 25. Now let's take a look at our ratings now. You know what? I think I did a pretty good job. Jason Tatum dropped a ton. I think it was an 88 before. DeJounte Murray was an 86. But like Trae Young was an 89 and he's only an 87 before you give him the boost. Jokic was like a 96 and now he's only a 93. A lot of my trades look like they were pretty decent. Four-Car Korkmaz only dropped by a little bit. This is a W, bro. But now can we win a championship though? Can you win a championship with a team like this? First game of the season is a win. Oh, does defense matter? I didn't even want DeJounte Murray at first. Because I was like, his defense is too good. He still got 2 steals. Next, we got the Pels. Oh, my God. Is my team real life going to win a championship without playing any defense on the season? I cannot believe this. The most overrated thing in the history of basketball is defense. Simple. Defense wins championships where? Like, legit, let's just sit back until we get our next loss. Okay, there it is. But like the fact that our defense is literally 0 and we are this good is crazy. Now, is 2K gonna be weird about it? Is our defense actually the worst? Our defense is the second best in the league still though. Even though I changed everything. Everything was minimum. You know what else we can do? I mean, I don't know how much this matters. I was thinking about tendencies, right? If you have a high tendency for steals, but your steal is still low, you shouldn't be getting steals. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think the tendencies matter either. You know what might matter though? The defensive badges. I will go through all the defensive badges for every one of my players and change them. But we will unequip all of these. This is my reminder to you again for the second time in the video to leave a like on it. It does help the channel out a lot. And for the whole month of December, we are grinding. We are dropping videos left and right. Jason Tatum, his overall didn't drop. I don't think Jokic has any defensive badges. They're just like rebounding box. Okay, he has an interceptor. We'll take that away. But I'm going to do this for every one of our players, and then I'll be back. Hey, you know what's crazy? The only player that really had badges was DeJounte Murray. Take those away. I mean, Valanciunas had like one like pogo stick or something like that we took away. But it was really Jason Tatum and DeJounte Murray. Like, you knew that Trae Young wasn't about to have any. You knew that Carmelo Anthony wasn't about to have any. So maybe the badges don't matter because nobody on my team really had them. Oh, the first game. Oh, so just immediately I take away 6 badges and we immediately go on a slump. Okay, so we go on a 2-game losing streak, but that ain't no big deal. It seems like we're still going to be the #1 team in the league. And I'll just see y'all once we hit the playoffs. Jokic won MVP. Say what you got to say. The man still averages a steal per game. Say what you got to say about this challenge. I did everything in my power to make this the worst defensive team of all time. And they just, oh my God. Somebody take a screenshot of that last frame. What was our team defense, like overall? Nikola Jokic was NBA first team because, of course, he won MVP. As you can see, interior defense, you know, perimeter defense, all the F, my boy. Like, I did my part. I think we was just so good. We had the, you know, 7th, 8th best defense in the league. That's still crazy considering everything that we just did. That's still crazy. I don't know what else I could have done. Were we the worst defensive team of all time? No, but I thought we were winning a championship. I thought we were winning a championship. Okay. All right. That's fine. We lost to Steph Curry. I guess not having somebody to guard Steph Curry really hurt us. I legit thought that was the end of the video. I thought we had it wrapped. We had dominated the league for the entire season. Okay. Luckily for us, everybody on our team that we care about is still under contract for 1 more year. So we can just run it back. Or maybe we don't want to run it back because we didn't win. That's wild. No championship. All right, man. I'll see what we can do this offseason. Try to add some mid-level exception dudes that get buckets or something. Yeah, who's the worst defensive player in free agency right now? Perimeter D down to an F. Oh, well, it's going to be like bums. Okay, I'm going to find some people and we're going to bring them to the team. So we get to player progression. You're seeing some players drop, but that's because we lowered all of their other stuff. You see, everything is in the red. That's dealing with defense. Even the IQ is down because, well, your defensive IQ went down. Now, Jokic's IQ went from an A to a D. I ain't even messed with his like pass IQ or stuff like that. That was just based off his defensive IQ. So I did sign some players in free agency, so I have to do the whole thing again or lowering all of their stats and taking away badges, but I brought in like Damian Lee. I would be surprised if Damian Lee had any defensive badges. Let's see, Damian Lee, no defensive badges. But yeah, year number 2, woo! I guess we need a Steph Curry stopper, and those things don't exist. We also brought in Enes Kanter Freedom, or is it Enes Freedom Kanter? Enes Kanter changed his name in the last couple days. I just don't remember which way it goes. He didn't win back-to-back MVPs, so it's a little bit scary that we don't have the best player in the league anymore. Our defense is a 58. We finally see it. It is a 58, okay? My guy Jokic didn't even make an NBA first team. Okay, he's on the second team. Did he go down in stats? No, he went up in stats. He was MVP last year. And he went up in stats. They like, nah, he on the second team. All right, but we were the 1 seed once again. This time around, guaranteed championship. We're down 2-1 in the first round to the 8 seed. Let's slow this down. 8-man rotation. I'm not here for any more of this BS. Okay, game 3 is a win. Game 4 is a win. And we get out of the first round. Do I need to slow roll these challenges now? I thought I put together the perfect non-defensive team. We're in the conference finals. Maybe I should check this because I'm sure y'all are curious. Were we a great defensive team this year? No, we gave up almost the most points in the league. So, I mean, well, not almost because the Clippers were just god-awful. But our points per game just dominated it. But we weren't one of the top defensive teams like last year. So that's good. Or is that bad? I don't know. What is the point of this challenge again? I forget. 1-1 series, 2-1 series, 3-1 series. One more game. We're in the finals going against the Miami Heat, who have Ben Simmons and Giannis, Robert Williams, Isaac. This is the exact opposite of our team. We have a team of players that don't play defense. They got former defense player of the year Giannis. They have defense player of the year runner-up in Ben Simmons. They got Robert Williams and Isaac Okoro, who's clampers. And I guess TJ Warren don't really do defensive stuff. But, like, they have defense. I bet you. If I took a look at these numbers. Now, I don't know what their bench is like, though. Points against. Oh, we had a better defense than them. Oh, yeah, that's whatever. Hey, man, if you did enjoy the video, as always, be sure to leave it a like. It helps the channel out a lot. Use the comment section below to give me more challenges, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.